For a rational function of the form f of x equals the form we just saw, the graph's going to be a hyperbola, right? That's what we have, that shape where it's going like this. Woo! Fun! There's a vertical asymptote. So vertical, again, means up and down. So there's going to be like an up and down line that it will never touch at h. So it'll never touch that line. And then there's going to be a horizontal asymptote, a flat line going across at k. So that'll kind of give you the spots where your graph will never touch. So, oh goodness, how many times am I going to do that? So your graphs will never touch those asymptotes. Identify the asymptotes, domain, and range of the function. Now, as far as domain and range, if you look here, the domain, if this is this vertical asymptote, which is this one down here, that's going to affect your domain. And your domain is basically all real numbers, except for the asymptote. So if your asymptote is 2, it's going to be x such that x is not equal to h. So it would say x such that x is not equal to 5, or whatever the vertical asymptote is. Same thing, the horizontal asymptote, which is this number at the back end. Oh my goodness. You would think this is my first time using a smart board. And this has literally been all year. Come on, Mr. Plant, get it together, bro. There we go. So that'll affect your y coordinates. Again, same thing. Y is going to be every real number except for that vertical the horizontal asymptote. So identify the asymptotes, domain, and range for this function. 1 over x plus 2 plus 4. So the asymptotes, we would say remember the one with the fraction, that plus 2, that affects our vertical asymptote. So vertical asymptote at, and it says plus 2. So we're going to say at negative 2, or x equals negative 2. Let's say it like that instead. Which for the domain, that means x such that x is not equal to negative 2. Because that graph will never touch that negative 2 line, okay? Now, as far as the horizontal asymptote, that is affected by this number here, the plus 4. So the horizontal is at positive 4. So at y equals 4. So again, as far as the range, we will say y such that y does not equal 4. So y can be anything except for positive 4. So let's try that again. We got one more of those together, and then I want you to try one out. Oh, actually, this is the one I want you to try out. So pause here, try it out, and I'm going to work it out. All right, this minus 3 is the vertical asymptote. We'll just call it the VA. Is at x equals 3, and then that's saying x such that x is not equal to 3. It can be everything else. The horizontal asymptote is with that negative 5 there. The ha is at y equals negative 5. And we will say the range is y such that y is not equal to negative 5. Cool. So it's weird because the negative 5 shifts it down 5, but it's your horizontal asymptote. So that can be a little confusing for the brain a little bit.